Hey everyone, and welcome back to our homestead. Today I'm going to show you a few ways that you can plant some food that'll be ready for you and your family to eat in just like 30 days for some things. Now we're going to be using containers because I know not everyone has garden boxes, and some people don't know how to garden at all, and people are in a state of panic right now worrying about food and other things. So I want to ease your mind a little bit and give you some skills and something that you can do right on your deck or your porch or just out in your yard to help you grow some food pretty quickly. So one of the first things you need to think about is space. So if you wanted to grow broccoli, cauliflower, those things take up a lot of space. So if you were to plant them in even a garden pot like this, you would only be able to put one plant here. And when you think about like broccoli or cauliflower, you're gonna cut one head and that might be enough for 2 or 3 people for one meal. With some of the things you want to plant in containers on your deck, it could be something that you could cut and it would keep growing, like lettuce, spinach, arugula, things like that. You can plant, it'll keep growing, you can cut it, have it for a salad, it'll keep growing again. So you're getting a lot more food out of the space that you have available. So I'm going to show you some lettuce and arugula and spinach that I already have growing in some planter boxes on our deck. But today I'm also going to show you how to plant some beets, and I'm going to tell you why beets. Beets, you can not only eat the root, which is the beet, but you can also eat the beet greens, and they are very, very, very healthy for you. Beets are super nutritious, full of tons of vitamins and minerals and things that we are lacking in our everyday diet. So by planting the beet, you can eat the beet greens and like a salad, and you can eat the beet itself. And then the other thing I'm going to show you is planting lettuce again, and this is just a Butter King lettuce. And then I'm going to show you some spinach and arugula and another lettuce that I planted just a week ago and is already starting to come up. Alright, so I've got this pot pretty close to me so that you're going to be able to see what I'm doing. So I wet the dirt ahead of time, and for the beets, you want to space them out about 2 inches because you want to give the beet itself space to grow. So I am going to take the beet seed, and beet seeds aren't very, whoa, dropped one. Beet seeds aren't very big, so you want to plant it just like on top of the soil and really just tap it in very little bit. You want to keep the soil wet, and so what I'm going to do is just kind of work around this pot here, tapping the seeds in place a few inches apart from each other, just slightly covering them with soil because you have to remember you're going to be watering them too, and the seeds will get moved around a little bit when you are watering. So I watered this soil before I started planting just so I don't have to disturb the seeds once I've gotten them planted. And another thing you want to think about when you're planting in containers or pots like this is that if you're planting something like a carrot, or you want to make sure that you've got space. That is not 2 inches right there, but we're going to do it and see what happens. You want to do it in something that has enough space, like if you're doing a carrot, to go down the length of the carrot. So you would need a pot that was deep enough to hold your carrots once they grew. So those were beets we just planted. Now I'm going to show you how we're going to do some lettuce. Every time I do one of these planting outside videos, it wants to rain. It looks like it's going to rain now. Alright, so we're going to plant some lettuce in here, and this is just a large pot that I had a flower in last year, and so I didn't buy anything. I actually just topped it off with a little pot and soil that I had that I was using in the greenhouse. So I already had the dirt, already had the pot, and now we're just going to plant some seeds in it. So with the lettuce, you're just going to lightly sow these on the surface and pretty much just tap them in. Lettuce seeds are very small, you will see. And then as the lettuce starts coming up, you'll be able to thin it out. So you can see I am just sprinkling these on the surface, and I'll try to give you a close-up look at this too before I tap them into place. All right, so here are our lettuce seeds just sprinkled on the top. And we're gonna just really just tap them in. And all you wanna do is make sure that you keep everything nice and moist. So, now that we have those two things planted, I'm gonna take you around and show you in the raised beds. And I'm gonna show you the other boxes where I have lettuce and arugula. And I'm gonna show you radishes, because radishes are a crop that you can grow, and they will be ready to be pulled from the ground and ready for you to eat in just 25 days. So that's a fast growing crop that you can get in the soil right now. So let's go look at those. So this is some spinach. This is spinach coming up here and here and here, little spinach starting to come up. And then these are lettuces that are starting to come up in this box, and I just planted these. So these are coming up nicely. And this is just a planter box, like a window box, but it's on my deck. Last year it had flowers. This year it has the spinach and lettuce to start us off. And this is some arugula that I just planted. Arugula loves to grow, and it grows really quickly. So you can just sprinkle those seeds on, and as long as you keep them wet, your germination will happen pretty quickly, and you will have arugula in your salads pretty soon. Now these are radishes, and these have not been in the ground very long at all, and you can see they are very happily coming up. The most important thing when you are planting things like the lettuce, the arugula, radishes, if you're doing carrots, these are some beets that I have coming up that were already previously planted. Some lettuce you can see here, more beets, is to keep them moist. Keep the soil moist so that your germination will happen pretty quickly. And this is some oregano actually that I had left over from last year, and it has just been happily coming back. So we have oregano that overwintered from last year. The best piece of advice I can give you is don't be afraid to try. Just stick something in the dirt, keep it moist, and hopefully you'll have food pretty soon. Gardening is a lot about trial and error, and you're gonna make mistakes, but you won't know until you try. So grab some pots. I'm sure you might have some sitting around on your deck from last year that had flowers and things. Throw some lettuce seeds in them. You can even do carrots, you can do beets, do arugula, do spinach. Radishes, some of these fast growing crops that are going to give you a quick turnaround, and you'll be eating fresh food that you've grown all by yourself in just a matter of weeks for some things. So leave a comment below. Let us know if you started anything, and we're going to keep you posted on our garden. And we're actually going to be posting a video pretty soon of starting a new garden area. So if you haven't done a garden before, we're going to show you how you can start a brand new plot and get food ready to have harvest this year. Everybody have a great day. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give our video a thumbs up, and I've still got that snack, lunch, and dinner video coming for you. They're done. I've just got to get them posted. So stay tuned. You'll see those things coming in the next week. Bye, guys.